Well, hello, everybody. Good afternoon. As promised, we're back here live today for a Memorial Day rout by the Giants. Welcome, Dan Coachmillo here, along with Eric Romo. Eric, how you doing?
Good. I just got in the door about 5 minutes ago, but yeah, it was crazy. I go in the store and the game is 6-3. I was like, oh wow, Pirates are kind of making a showing here, and I come back out to the car and it's 13-3. I'm like, man, I don't know what happened, but yeah,
Yeah, just a lot of hitting, and man, I'm telling you,
it's the,
they're
the the
hitting.
lineup is different with those young guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Schmidt and Bailey have made
Yep.
a huge difference, and don't think it's just the offense. I mean,
Right.
Bailey is hitting 355. I mean, it's early, and Casey Schmidt's hitting 342. But the defense and the energy that these two are
How about
bringing.
and how about the leadership that Bailey has shown behind the plate? Remember, DeSclafani, I think they're at towards the end. I can't remember what inning it was, but he got two guys on. Was it?
Yeah,
I don't know. And he goes out to the mound. He talks to him and say, "Hey, I don't know what he said, but the next pitch he induces that the
double play.
Yeah, and he gets him out. I mean, that's a sign that he knows what he's doing. So,
Yeah,
hey,
well,
how about
Bailey
this? How about
Bailey is caught all his life.
right?
I read a comment recently. I think it was last night. I was reading on a Giants fan club group that one guy who played ball through college, and he said that he knows the Webbs really well, and there was a little argument going back and forth, but he said something like, his comment was, "This is going to go over like a fart in church," but that. Patrick Bailey may be the best defensive catcher the Giants have ever had. And he was talking about including, Posey. And, of course, that got a little bit blasphemous for a few people. And what he was saying is Posey was a shortstop until his junior year at Florida State. Bailey has been a catcher all his life. And if you look at balls that kind of go to the right in the dirt, he doesn't backhand those things like a shortstop.
He stays out in the front.
He scoots over. He's quick. So he had one play at the plate today where there was first and third, nobody out. There was a quick one hopper to Flores. Flores stepped on first, got the out, and threw home. And they had him at the plate, but Flores' throw was just maybe in the dirt or just above the dirt. And in a catcher's glove, to catch it in the small pocket, it didn't stay in his glove. Had the ball been 3 inches higher,
it was a better throw. Yeah,
he would have been able to catch it in the pocket, but he had to scoop it. It's tough to scoop a ball when you have a very little pocket,
And hey, I'm gonna ask the chat this too. You can't sit Bailey, right, when Bart comes back. I mean, what are you gonna do with
Oh
Bart?
no, you got to play Bailey.
No
Bailey's taken the job. Bailey has taken the job.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So what do you do with Bart? Is he just a backup guy, or do you put him? Or you send him back down to Sacramento?
I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be interesting. Do they send him back to? I definitely know this. When he's ready to come back, he's going to go on a rehab assignment, and that may be an extended rehab. Well, how many days they can push that? I don't know if it's 10. I don't know how long of a rehab. I know there's rules. You can't send a guy on a rehab assignment, for 4 months.
Right.
But, once he's eligible to come off the DL or IL.
But he has options, don't he?
He does. He could stay down there. They could choose to leave him down there. I would send him down for the maximum time that you can to get his timing down.
Not that one.
Gary Sanchez is gone. He went to the Mets and he got cut by the Mets.
Bart, you might just be the backup catcher because I mean,
well, you still got to get him at bats. You can't. You got to get him. You got to get him at bats. So get him, and then maybe he starts hitting, and you can make a trade. I mean, there's all kinds of options. We'll see. But today, let's look at the lineup. Slater returns, goes 3 for 6 with 4 RBIs, hits a big home run in his second at bat. J.D. Davis 2 for 4. Wade was 1 for 2 with a bunt single. Mitch Haniger continues his horrid start. Horrid pace. He is hot. He was hitting like 160 at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's up to 255.
Yeah, Henniger has found his swing for sure.
So Henniger's hitting. Schmidt is hitting 3 for 5.
Yep.
Bailey 3 for 5. Crawford 3 for 3. Gets off the interstate, and he's now hitting 202. So hey, all in all, 18 hits, 14 runs. Their plus minus is now what? Is a plus 12, I imagine?
Yeah, it's got to be up there with these last big games.
Or plus 8. Weren't they -2 or -1? It's either 8 or 9.
It's somewhere around there, yeah.
I can look it up real quick here. Giants are plus 9.
The key to Haniger and Conforto is just to be able to stay on the field. That's going to be the key. And that's what's handicapped Haniger so much, is just he hasn't been able to stay on the field. And when you can't stay on the field, that's it hurts the entire team, because you can't depend on them in the lineup. So let's hope that they stay healthy and can continue to contribute, because right now it's actually fun to watch.
Yeah. So I got my Freedom shirt on today. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
See if we can see it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Can you see that?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. I just changed. I had a kind of a green shirt on, and I was like wearing a green shirt today, and I was like, this is kind of more khaki green, but I had a kind of a Celtic green color on. I was like, I can't wear that. Get this thing off, man. I'm not going for Boston today. So, Matos for Bryce Johnson, MF says, yeah, give him a little more time. They're not going to bring Matos up unless he's going to play. So at minimum, I don't think time is for Matos now that, Slater looked pretty good today.
Yaz is starting to hit too.
Yeah, Yaz and Conforto. So unless you're going to do the all right-handed at bat, and you're going to go Haniger in left and Matos in center, and who was the other righty? Oh, Slater. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to do that, because you're going to play Conforto every day.
Exactly. So, hey, Dan, and here's a great question Tyler's asking. Who could we trade for today? This is my fear. You don't. Depending on who you want to trade for, I don't want to give up the farm, quote unquote. To try to to make because we're dependent on these young guys to come up and contribute, and not selling them off especially if it's a guy, especially if it's a rental. If it's a guy with a long term, maybe, but I don't know. That's going to be tricky. that's something that.
Yeah, I don't think VR's up for long. I think VR next guy up. I heard Isan Diaz is hurt again.
Oh, really?
He came up for 3 games and he's hurt again. He may be back, like possibly out on a 60-day IL. I don't know, because Giants got a decision to make with Luke Jackson coming any day now. He's eligible to come off today.
Oh,
so they sent down.
They sent down Walker to bring up
Tristan Beck. No, they sent down Beck. Down Beck. The reason they've sent Beck down is he's probably not going to be able to pitch for at least 3 days.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because he pitched so much the other day. What did he pitch? Like 4 innings or something like that?
Yes. Yeah, was it 4 innings when Cobb didn't do too well?
Yeah, so it's basically like a start almost, because he is a starter.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're going to end up having there is you're going to bring you're going to put you're not going to have a guy in the bullpen for 3 or 4 days. So they went short one bullpen today so you watch. Who'd they call up today?
I thought it was
Beck, or was it yesterday?
I'm not sure. That I'm not sure.
Let me look. I'll look.
Spencer says Diaz is on the 7-day.
7-day. They could move him to the 60. I don't know what the deal was. I was just reading something about.
What's his issue?
I don't know. I saw Jeff Young had just put something out on it.
It was Slater that came up. That was the
that's right. It was Slater. Okay, so Slater came up. So look for VR to go down as possibly as early as tomorrow, and look for Luke Jackson possibly to come up.
Really? Wow.
Yes, that is my. But he has to be added to the 40 because he's not part of the 40 because he was on the 60-day
So
IL.
who do you take off the 40?
Well, that's the $1 million question. There's a
Yeah,
few
but there's not.
options.
Isn't there quite a few guys on that 40 that really don't need to be on the? I mean,
Well, not really. It's a pretty the one guy that Jeff Young had speculated that was on the 40 of notation is Sean Jelly, or you could release Matt Beatty.
yeah. Do we really need Matt Beatty? Honestly,
Yeah, they could they could Jose Caruz, who's a 23-year-old pitcher. I wouldn't get rid of somebody that young. Matt Beatty is actually
well,
30
hey,
years old.
Mitchell's saying tomorrow's a bullpen day. Maybe Luke Jackson pitches, huh?
I don't know. You know, I'm not sure. Yeah, it depends if they think he's ready. He's had 8 outings, so that tells me, and he hasn't given up a run, I don't think. Let me see if I can find that again.
So yeah, it's gonna be. I hate these bullpen games, man. I like them, if you have to do it in a pinch because of an injury or something. But I want to see starters starting. I really don't like that because the bullpen's kind of rested because the guys have been kind of going. You had Beck and Walker come in. They took up some bulk innings with the Cobb misfortunes, but I want to see our bullpen utilized in a way that's where they're just not going to get decimated. So we'll see what happens.
Let me just
Greg Flores is not a starter. He's just a role player coming off the bench. He'll give you a good at bat against the lefty. Against the right, I mean, so, but more so against the lefty.
Yeah, no, yeah. So it's going to be. I'm thinking it's somebody who comes off the 40. It's either going to be someone like Beatty, or they can move Isan Diaz to the 60-day IL. They'd have to put him up on the 40 or on the active roster, and then take him off, put him on the 60. You may see a move like that. I don't know what his issue is. Let me see if I can find what Jeff Young had.
I'll tell you one thing, though. You got to watch out for, what is his name? Suspinski, whatever, the guy from Pittsburgh. The guy that hit 2 of them in a.
Oh, that guy? Yeah.
You got to watch out for that guy. He could do some damage.
Jack, what's his name?
He almost put one into a kayak today. That's what they were saying on the radio.
He blasted. He got 2 in the water today.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time anybody's ever done that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever done
in one game.
The bullpen, Greg.
Giants 9-run plus 9-run run differential actually has that's 4th in the National League. Isn't that something? They're fourth in the National League.
Wow.
So let's see.
But yeah, Greg, the bullpen right now is our 5th starter, and that's what I'm saying. I hate seeing that because you need your bullpens there for a reason. It's not to take up a start if you don't have to.
Here's something that Jeff Young put out earlier today. Haven't seen anyone do this about 4th place Padres so far. Bobby or Bowden, what's his name?
I don't like Bowden.
Bowden on MLB radio. The Giants should be shopping Conforto, and I expect a lot of teams interested. The question is, does Hal add $8-9 million at the deadline? Conforto value is 5.7, and that is with a team picking up every remaining dollar. So he's saying that Conforto to the Yankees for Dunham.
That would be something.
Dunham, an outfielder, and Gomez. Interesting. I don't know if the Giants would want to do that if they think they're getting really hot,
Right. It all depends because we still got time before that even comes to fruition. But yeah, I think Conforto will be the key piece depending on, where the Giants are. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I hate Bowden. Bowden's whatever. I never cared for him.
Right. All right. So it is Memorial Day, everybody. And I told you I went to Costco yesterday.
Did you get your watermelon?
I did. I got my watermelon. Mario still. Hey, Mario, we just tell it like it is. Okay. We're not homers. We're not going to sit here and when they're playing crappy and tell you they're great. And when they're playing great, we'll tell you. We're not going to, Giants are playing really good baseball right now. Romo and Dan hoping for Giants downfall around the trade deadline.
Oh, man.
Hey, Mario, come on. I'm a Giants fan a lot longer than you've been a Giants fan. I'm just telling you that I want the Giants to do well, but if they're not going to do well, I don't want a 500 team. I'm sick of a 500 team.
Yeah.
So if they're not going to compete, then I want to see them sell off. But if they're going to compete, let them go for it.
Hey, has anyone, and maybe the chat knows, any news on what's going on with Jock?
Don't know. I don't know how long Mario's been a fan. He says not by much, but I don't think you were a fan in 68, Mario. Maybe, I don't even know if you were born 68. Yeah. So it was definitely you got to have your watermelon for Memorial Day. So let me show you what you got to do when you got to go get a watermelon, okay? When you want a watermelon, you got to go out there and get the right shopping for watermelon. So this might be your watermelon of choice. You got a little bit of a scar here. Got some scars here. Got your yellow spot right there. See that? Now the thing about this is Costco sells every watermelon for $6.99. So you can get a watermelon that's almost twice as big as this one. But well,
Getting along.
I think this is it. Maybe winner chicken dinner, right? There you go.
Has a pretty good sound to it too. You gave it.
Yeah, it's good watermelon. It's good watermelon. Yeah. So you got to get those watermelons, man. Get those. All right, Mario. I'm gonna put you in timeout, man. I have to put. Dan has a belt. Mario likes to shred me, but that's okay. I'm going to be watching your basketball team, Mario, and see how you do. I'm going to be criticizing your basketball team and your coaching if your team doesn't win. Okay? We'll see how you do. Mario coaches, I believe, a JC women's basketball.
There you go, Michael, giving you some more advice on good old watermelon choices here. You need to go with the brown and black sugar spots on the watermelon. Those are from the bees.
All right, Mario's just tongue in cheek, I guess. He's just having some fun. All right, Mario. Well taken. All right, let's see what else we got. Was it a winner? It was. I had some yesterday. I had a little bit for lunch. Little watermelon. I love some watermelon, but you don't want to overdo your watermelon because it can, it can run right through you if you eat too much of that stuff. So, buying bananas. Okay, you want some advice buying bananas? Look for the tiny little brown spots on a banana. That means they're ready to eat now.
Not when they're green.
If they're green, got to wait a few days. I like to buy some bananas when I've got if they're green, I like to go buy some more when I've got 3 or 4 left. So that I'm about to barbecue nice marinated tri-tip. Nice, Mitchell and Ness. Yes. Yeah, I'm about to barbecue some burgers after this.
Yeah, I did some burgers yesterday, man. Whoo-wee.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You got to go with the 73, man. That makes. Whew.
Greg Dayton says this team has proved me wrong. Hey, it's proven me wrong too right now. And I'll tell you what it is, guys.
It's the young ones.
It's the young guys. It's Casey Schmidt, Bailey, Duvall, Webb,
Estrada.
And these guys are playing. Did you see Crawford today? NorCal Melon Network. That's right. It's called the NorCal Melon Network. We're changing our name now. Crawford, after his, I think it was his second or third hit, he looked over and he had a big smile on his face with the young guys, or he came in to score. Can't remember what it was, but it's infectious when you got young guys that are playing with energy. The Giants were getting old and stale, okay? And there was no real emotion. I mean, Haniger's 32, Conforto's 30, Crawford was 36. The pitching staff, besides Webb and Duvall, was pretty old. So that, you need that young blood to come in. You look at teams like Atlanta, they're having fun. They're hitting the ball all over the park, and just, guys are their center fielder. What's that guy's name? The lefty. I keep forgetting his name.
Who's that?
But he's really good. The Brave center fielder.
Oh, Michael Harris III.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And he made a catch last night.
Yeah, I saw that. On
leaping over that was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was great. The Pirates guy, center fielder, he freaking took a shot off the wall by robbing someone as well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably true. The young guys, they're not just infectious, they are good. You could see that these guys are baseball players. Casey Schmidt and Patrick Bailey know how to play the game. Estrada's a good player. Duvall is looking like maybe might be the fireman of the year. What do they call that? The Rolaids fireman of the year or something. Used to be. Yeah. I mean, Duvall is pitching lights out right now. He looks unhittable at times. So you get these young guys. I mean, that's between Webb and Duvall and Schmidt and Bailey and Sable, all those guys. I think Webb's the seniors guy. Is he 26, Webb, or 25? How old is Webb?
No, I thought he was a little bit older. Isn't he?
No, he's not older than 26. I know that. No? Webb is 26. So 26. Webb, Duvall is 25.
Right.
Okay. Sable's 25. Bailey just turned 24 today, actually, and hit a home run. So Bailey's 24. Schmidt is 24. Matos is 21. And Luciano's 21. They're coming. Von Brown is 24, I believe. He's coming. I think Matos makes an appearance sometime this year. Maybe, up for good. I think Matos is probably, definitely past Ramos on the pecking order.
Yeah, for sure. Here's MS talks about bringing up Harrison. I want him a little bit longer. I want to see him go, a couple of at least 3 or 4 outings in a row, at least going 5 innings. I would like to see that before he gets called up. I bet you he's going to come up after the trade deadline.
Oh, he'll be up before then, I think.
You think so?
I think so. I think he comes up in June.
Wow, you think?
I think by the end of June, Kyle Harrison is up. Maybe before the All-Star break in July. It depends on his next outings. If he can get 75 pitches in and be more efficient. It is a tighter strike zone though in the in AAA. So
maybe they take that in consideration if he doesn't go long. Maybe.
Yeah. Schmidt though, I mean, he looked really good at second base. He made a nice double play turn. Nice hard shot hit right at him, scooped it right up, fired to Crawford. Schmidt can play third, short, and second really well.
Yep.
So I'm telling you, VR is I don't see a spot for VR. I would hope that he could turn it around. I hope he can turn it around, because if he does, he becomes, some trade bait for them. I mean, he could be thrown in a deal. He's going to need some time to develop, but he did it at AA and AAA, so we'll see. I think he might be able to hit here. He showed he could hit last year, the long ball. He hit either 9 or 10 home runs total for the year. He's going to just need some time to develop like Matt Williams did. I'm not saying he's going to be anything close to Matt Williams, but he could be a 20-plus home run guy in the big leagues. He just needs some confidence. And,
Well, they gave him the starting position at the start of the year. And
he didn't take it and run with it, though.
Yeah, he didn't.
But, yeah, Schmidt does look like Arenado defensively, especially at third base. I hope he can play third, but it looks like he may be the Giants' shortstop of the future.
I think so, because the way J.D. Davis is playing right now, man, you can't take him out of the lineup.
And Luciano is not going to – they're not going to want to put Luciano at short. I think they're at, maybe third or outfield. Luciano you don't want him at short. That's the toughest position probably on the field with range and running and with a back issue. I don't like that. Let's see what else we got.
Here you go.
Struck gold.
Yeah,
go ahead. What was that one?
I think they had to give Schmidt a day off because of his ankle. But, yeah, if Schmidt and Bailey were in that lineup on that last game, yeah, they may have swept them.
I don't think they would have really swept, even if they were in the line. It's tough to sweep a team like Milwaukee 4 games on the road. I mean, Milwaukee was due one. I mean, yeah. Joshua Shaw says Matos looks real good. Was in Sacramento yesterday at the game. He has a cannon for an arm. Yeah, he's got a good arm. He's got a good glove. He's fast. We got to get. Let me see do we have Matos on here?
On where?
On the.
I don't think you have it. No, I don't think you do. The interviews you have is.
I've got a lot more that I could put on. Unfortunately, I have to get Ryan to kind of help me out.
I like this.
And do that.
Let me see how you do this. Oh, can't do that. Never mind. It's an overlay. You could put that as a background. That would be cool.
I've got some. I got a Von Brown interview. We got a lot of interviews that it's going to be fun. That's why I kind of went with those young guys. I tried to get them because I was, I'll say this. Blake Sable and Casey Schmidt are in the top 5 for rookies for OPS or something or whatever. It's funny because I took a lot of crap down in spring training from some of the
about Sable?
Senior let's call it senior. What are they called? Senior journalists or people who are senior spokesmen for the Giants. And I'm watching Sable, right? And I'm getting to know him as well. And I'm thinking, hey, what up, Rich? Rich Kelt's in the house. Kelt's Chronicles. Check his channel out. His YouTube channel. Let's see. What's the name of your? I know I'm a subscriber on that. It should pop up. I think it's something in the Bay. Let me look it up here.
You check this out. Dan and Eric should go live from the patio. Isn't that what Marty used to do all the time? I don't think ever since COVID, and I think Marty, he stays in Arizona now, doesn't he? He doesn't come down here to the Bay Area anymore.
Yeah, he stays down here. Yeah, Kelt's Chronicles. Check out Kelt's Chronicles. Just KELTZ.
Yep.
KELTZ. Kelt's Chronicles on YouTube. He's got a really good show, covers a lot on the Niners and some great content. And
hey, Dan, are you going to come down here to the Bay Area for some games?
No, not coming down, but I may come up.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, that's down for you, right? Because
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you have to more go sideways and up.
yeah. No, I'll be up at some point in the Bay in for sure. I just don't know. I got to look at the schedule and see when it gets hot here. I want to get out of here for a month,
Yeah.
at least a couple weeks, and I'll check out the homestand and I'll pick games and come up and yeah, maybe we can get together. Maybe we can have a show somewhere in the Bay Area, a live show, and have everybody come out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so it will be. I think this team, though, it's interesting because they were boring in April.
Oh, they were. April was horrible.
And, you could just kind of see they needed this infusion. And then Casey Schmidt comes up, and man, it feels like 2010 again, doesn't it? A little bit with Buster when Buster came up, having
it's strange. You think they were just showing a little bit more loyalty to VR, and is that why you think they didn't bring Schmidt? Because Schmidt could have made the team out of spring, right?
Yeah, he could have. Yeah. Hold on one second.
Let's see. Oh, Adley Rushman. Yeah, that guy's good. See that Giants Orioles. That's going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That's going to be a fun game.
That'll be good. That will be really good. So
and Texas is coming here in August. That will be a fun. That could be Texas, I think, is for sure going to make the playoffs this year, just the way they're playing, unless they got something catastrophic that happens. But yeah, the way the Giants are playing right now, they're looking like a playoff team.
Mitchell and Ness asked a great question. Do you think Gonzalez will play this year? I liked him a lot last year. He's coming off back surgery. I think he's supposed to be back somewhere around after the All-Star break, and that will be interesting. Yeah, because he could be a late season guy that could give you, he's going to need a full month of spring, of games,
right?
Like his own spring training.
But he's got a good approach to his.
Well, he's definitely he's got some skills. Hopefully that back is okay. Hopefully it's not just a lost year for him.
Yeah, once you start getting surgeries on your back, though, that's
another guy. You got Gonzalez, Matos, Brown, Meckler. You get some guys. Giants have some potential.
Well, there you go. Maybe we're answering our own question here at the trade deadline. What do? You bring up the young guys, maybe. More.
Well, I think they're going to go with this club the way it is and try and improve on it. This looks like right now, and I don't want to sound like I'm needing my Prozac or something right now, but because I know I've said, but it is a different team than it was a few weeks ago. Guys make a difference. Certain guys playing, and they're doing this without Jock right now and Tyro for the last couple days,
right.
3-4 days. So this is a team. Casey Schmidt is a difference maker. I'm telling you, he could plug and play at short or second or third, and you not only don't lose anything, you actually probably get better. You get better defensively for sure. So, Dan, my thought on 76ers hiring Nick Nurse. It's an interesting move. I mean, Doc lost too many games in the playoffs. Nick Nurse has won a championship, even though Doc won one with Boston. I don't know. Nurse is kind of a no-nonsense type of guy. He's we'll see. Could help him. Could help Embiid. I don't know. Kenny, I heard the Bucks. Didn't the Bucks settle on somebody the other day as well? A guy I hadn't heard of. So I'm thinking maybe Kenny Atkinson may not get a head coaching job and may be back with the Warriors next year. I'm not sure. LOL. Thanks for the shout out, says Kelts. My channel is Kelts Chronicles, but I put together a crew called Straight Out of the Bay. That's what I thought it was. Yeah. We will stream every Monday night during the NFL season after Monday Night Football. There you go. Check out Kelts Chronicles. Who's on that show Out of the Bay? I know Bay Area Baller, I believe, is on that, right? On as part of the Straight Out of the Bay. I believe Eric is on that. Let's see. That's funny. That's funny. They went from a doc to a nurse. Doc Rivers to Nick Nurse. So maybe that's not.
Honestly, MF, I think the Diamondbacks are the team to beat in the West right now, to be honest. So even though the Dodgers are leading it right now, I think Arizona is going to be the team to try to beat. They got, Gallon and what's his name? Kelly. Man, those guys are dual aces. And then the lineup is they're just potent.
I just put 1,500 down today. 50 to win 1,600 on the Giants to win the division.
No kidding.
That was plus 1,600. Plus 1,600. So $50 to win 800. I thought, I'm just watching. See, you can see a big difference. There's a huge difference in this club right now. And if they get the momentum going, they have the resources to stay in it. See, pitching is key. Giants have probably the best overall pitching staff in the division when you consider the bullpen and the starting depth. Dodgers have very little depth at pitching. Arizona really only has Zach Gallen and Kelly. After that, they don't look too great. So Giants get healthy. You also might look for Ross Stripling if his back's not going too well. Maybe he goes on the 60-day IL retro to that would not surprise me if Ross Stripling were to go on the 60-day IL. He's been out for how long? 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's been a while, though.
Let me look. I'll tell you what I think they're going to do. Because Luke Jackson's coming. And I don't know if he's coming this week, maybe as early as tomorrow. But I'll tell you who's, I believe, is going to go down when who are we talking about else was coming up, ready to come up from the Peterson.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
No. I mean, from what they're saying, he can't even grip a bat, so I don't know what the.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is on that.
I know that. When Tyro comes off.
Oh right.
VR's gone for sure.
Yeah.
Unless something else happens, but let me look at the transactions.
Yeah, senior, it's amazing. The infusion of the young guys have really excited the fan base. We were talking about this from the very beginning. That's what this team needs is all the young guys to come up and make the team exciting. And I think we're seeing proof positive that this is what's working. So I hope it keeps up.
All right, let me see. When did they put Stripling? Oh, Stripling went on the IL on May 18th. So I think if it's a back issue that needs a few more weeks, look for him to go on the 60-day L to create a roster spot for Luke Jackson. And that would put the timing of his return to July 18th, the 60-day. And so then what you can do there is that pushes him to come back right after the All-Star break, missing the first series against Pittsburgh. Yeah. So that would give that might happen. So yeah, Luke Jackson has pitched well in SAC, Rocky in Connecticut. Rocky, isn't there there's a in CT. What part of Connecticut are you in, Rocky? I thought there was a town in Connecticut called Rocky something.
Hey,
Anyway,
Senior, I'll admit I'm one of them that says that the farm was bad because there was nothing was coming out. It's just all of a sudden this season, now you're seeing these guys are coming up and doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is awesome. I'm glad to be wrong. I'll be first to admit, I thought they were dead in the water just because of what was happening, and we weren't getting the explanation. I talked about this before. Farhan really wasn't, putting out the idea of, hey guys, this is what's going on. We got some faith in our young guys, and talking to the fan base, letting them know what's going on. So yeah, I was one that said I don't see it going anywhere. So, and it's good. It's actually good to be wrong. So
yeah, who am I impersonating here?
With the toothpick, what are you, Bochy?
Yeah. Dusty.
Dusty, yeah.
Yeah, Dusty always had the toothpick. Let's see. Okay, so the straight out of the Bay, Stanford. Okay, straight out of the Bay includes the Bay Area baller, Jin the Bay, Amin the Dream. Oh, Amin the Dream, the young kid, right? Isn't he the young guy that's in like about high school, maybe? I think. All great energy, very knowledgeable guys. They all have their own channels. I've seen Amin the Dream. Where did I see him? Maybe he was on Larry's show once. We had him on. But yeah, Amin the Dream he might have only been in like 8th grade. He looked young, but I don't know. Yeah. So
yeah, Senior, he was one. He was saying it the whole time that the farm was stacked. He was saying that. I'll give him
hey,
credit.
On paper they look stacked, but they had bad years last year.
Yeah, they did have bad years last year.
Yeah. When I talked to Matos though this year in down in Arizona Fall League, he said he was healthy. He said he had a bad year because he had a bad calf.
Yeah, I remember him saying that. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that he was fighting an injury down there in Eugene.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so Stamford, Connecticut. Okay, Rocky. I used to live near I lived in Avon, Connecticut for a while in the Farmington Valley area there. So Stamford is down on your way toward New York. Used to cross through Stamford on the way down when I used to head to New York. Hey, thanks, Senior Softball Game. Really likes the channel. Good, honest guys. Yeah, we try to be honest.
Yeah, I'll admit when I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong,
Yeah. I mean, so far, I said this looks like a 500 team as early as maybe even yesterday or the day before. But right now, the way they're playing, there's something about them that it's not that they're just, winning and squeaking by. They're beating teams up pretty good right now.
Yeah, they are.
So
they have definitely found it. Isn't it strange? I mean, look at April. So we've gone through 2 full months. We've gone through April and we've gone through May, and it's almost night and day in how the team is playing. So let's see what happens in June. Are they gonna regress back to what they were in April? I don't see it, or are they going to be as hot as they were in May? Maybe somewhere in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. It's gonna be fun ride to watch.
Hey everybody, if you guys if all 31 of you would hit that like button right now, that will help the algorithms with YouTube, and they see the likes. It really helps promote our the channel and positions us better with the algorithms. So please hit that like button. And I'm not going to stay on too long. We've been going just about 45 minutes here. I told you it was going to be a quick show, but because I want to go watch the Game 7 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals between Miami Heat and Boston Celtics. But I will probably join back here after that game. So,
you're gonna have another one tonight?
Yeah, I may even team up with Ryan on the channel here. So,
nice.
Yeah. Cool. So you're welcome to come back on if you want, or just
that just looks stupid.
Eric's a baseball guy. Yeah, that's all right. Hey, it's better to be good at something, great at something, than versus be a jack of all trades, master of none, right?
Baseball and military history. There we go.
There we go. Dan, are the Giants contenders to win the National League West? Yes, I believe so now. I think so. Just
Arizona,
because of,
I think it's going to be a fight between the Giants and the Diamondbacks.
And the Dodgers. The Dodgers are going to be in there the whole way, but the Dodgers are hurting right now.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. They're starting pitching, man. That's rough to have.
We'll see how things go. Let's see. Thanks for wrapping up this great weekend up, gents.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
Yes, Ryan, Romo, and Dan post. Okay, what was that one? Where was? Okay, there we go. This is the most positive been all year. Going to jump for Game 7. Yep, let's go Heat. I agree. So, hey, everybody, I'm going to be out of here, but look for us to come back sometime about 8 o'clock tonight, maybe 8:15, right in that time range, for a post game on the Celtics Heat. And we'll probably veer off and definitely we'll definitely be doing Bay Area stuff. We'll get into some Warriors. We'll get into some Giants. We may even touch on some Niners. But everybody, appreciate you joining. Is Ned coming on with Larry? Let's see. MF says, is Larry? I don't know what about Larry's schedule with Ned. Hey, Robert, where you been? Good evening. We've been talking positive. You're going to have to go back and watch the show from the beginning, Robert. You're missing things. You actually got me talking about the Giants winning the division, Robert. I put money on it today, Robert. $50. You should send me some money too, Robert.
Oh, there you go.
I'll bet it for you. I got FanDuel here in Arizona, so I bet $50 that the Giants to win the National League West for a payout of $1,600. I almost bet them to go to the World Series. It was plus, I'll have to look it up, like plus 3,500 or something like that, or 20, maybe it was 2,600 to win the World Series plus 5,000. So $50 would win you, $100 would win you $5,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll see. But somebody said Tatum is hurt. Did he just get hurt like right now?
Jose was talking about he rolled his ankle or something.
Wow. All right. I got to get over to the game. Hey, did I not inform you about how great this team is? Robert, I'm not going to call them a great team right now, okay? I'm going to call them a team that's on the rise. They've got potential to win the division. The reason I bet it is not because I think it will definitely happen. If I thought it was definitely going to happen, I probably wouldn't bet it because the odds wouldn't be good. But the odds being plus 1,600, they got a shot. They are playing well. You're correct. We'll see how things go. Casey Schmidt, Patrick Bailey, as I mentioned, have been the big difference. So,
here you go.
Set up a feed so we get notified. Yeah, if you get on the YouTube there, if you get notified when we go live, you will get that. And maybe we'll go live. Robert, you stated this. Maybe we'll go live during the game. We might just do that. So
maybe put your notification a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I need to put them up earlier. I've been, getting too late on that. But anyway, I'm going to out of here. I'm going to go watch the game. You guys have a great evening. We'll be back tonight on the NorCal Sports Network discussing the Celtics Heats after the ball game. Until then, you guys have a great evening. And let's not forget the men who died, the men and women who sacrificed their lives for this great country on Memorial Day. That's what Memorial Day is all about. Is we're memorizing, we're recognizing the great men and women who sacrificed for our freedoms. So to all those who sacrificed for this country, my hat's off to you.
And to the families who
sacrifice. Yes. Thank you for your service. Appreciate that with all our hearts. Eric, you were served as well. Appreciate your service. And
and to all who have served.
Yeah, to everyone in the chat, whether it be you served yourself or you have a family member, parents, brother, sister.
And what's fantastic about that, here we are, we're enjoying a nice, spring day here on YouTube, discussing our favorite sport, our American pastime, and this couldn't happen without, some of these guys, giving up the ultimate sacrifice, as we said, giving their lives so that we can all benefit what we're experiencing today, and let's not forget as well, not just what America has gone through, but let's see what's going on in Europe. You know, there's a major war happening as we speak. You know, there's a lot of suffering going on over there, and you know they're sacrificing their lives as well. So you might want to give pay a little bit of homage to those guys who are also towing the line. You know, doing what the men and women of this country has done in previous wars. So just
absolutely. And there is no NorCal Sports Network. There is no freedom of speech, all of those things without the sacrifice of these people who paid the ultimate, paid it with their lives for us. So thank you to everybody. Thanks, Eric, again for your service. And as the back of my shirt says,
thanks again, Mario. I appreciate that.
Freedom. We have freedom. Yep. I'm a freedom lover. So everybody go out and enjoy the rest of the evening. Come back after the Celtics Heat game. It's currently 9-4 Boston with 6:53 to go. This looks like one of those low-scoring affairs, maybe a 91-89 type game at this pace. Man, 9-4, 5 minutes in. That's crazy. Anyway, that's what happens in Game 7s a lot. So,
yep.
All right, Mario says, appreciate your service, Romo. Senior softball game says, see you later tonight. On that note, we'll see you guys later tonight. Thanks, everybody.